Hey everyone, it's Leanne here, and I have another card making video to share with you today on my YouTube channel. I am making a Mother's Day card for my grandma. This is the card I gave her this year for Mother's Day. So to begin, I'm just measuring out my cardstock, which this is measuring out to an A2 card. So I'm cutting an 8.5 by 11 sheet in half using my T-square and set square rulers. I can make that nice and straight. And then I'm just using a ruler and an X-Acto knife to trim that and get a nice straight even edge. Turning my ruler upside down like this allows me to get a nice flat edge, and there's no margin for my blade to weave in and out. I can make sure that that edge is nice and straight because that ruler is hugging the paper. So here I'm using my Martha Stewart letter folder, and I'm just scoring that card down the center to create a top folding card, horizontal. You can also use this tool to create envelopes as well. And I find it's amazing. You can create different size envelopes. It has a guide. It shows you in the template what sizes to trim and score at depending on what type of card you're making. It is a very useful tool. Once I have that folded and scored, I'm just trimming the edges to make sure they're nice and flush. My next step here is I'm going to take Lawn Fawn. I actually use the pink paper, not shown here, but I also use my circle templates to cut a circle out for my squirrel to sit in on the card face. So I'm using a Hero Art stamp set. I'm not sure the name of this one, but I'm using the squirrel from it. This one has a few cute critters inside. I've used this quite a bit. So this little squirrel here, I'm getting him all set up on my acrylic block, and I'm inking him with black Tuxedo ink Memento branding. So this is really good for using with Copic markers. It doesn't run or bleed. And it also doesn't make your stamps yucky, as you might have noticed with my Hero Arts. So now I'm using the tree stump from the Mum and Me set from Lawn Fawn. This is actually from the Mother's Day set. And this is what my little squirrel is going to sit on. So I'm just inking that up with the exact same ink, the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and stamping that out as well. For my Copic coloring, I'm going to use E31 as my base, and I color a wash of that completely on my critter. And then I'm using E23 just to outline where I feel my shadows should be, to create my first layer of shadows and to create the dimension and begin building up my character. Also adding strokes to the tail. And then I'm going into the same shadow areas and using E37. I kind of hug the outer edge of those shadows that I created with the mid-tone. I don't want to color over them, but just to create depth and dimension, I'm keeping it close to the edge, but just to add a little bit more shadow with the darker Copic color here. And then I went in at the end and used RV00 to add the cheek. I'm using the same colors on my tree stump as well. I didn't have a black ink pad to make this, so I had to use black, or I'm sorry, I didn't have a brown ink pad, but I thought I could still get the same effect of having a brown tree stump by coloring in the negative shapes using the same colors that I used on the squirrel and just adding some shadows with those as well. And with the heart on the tree, I wanted it to look like it was chiseled out of the wood, so I did some rough edging and shadows in there. So I'm just touching that up with some shadows here just to finish off the dimension. Once I had this all cut out, I tacked the squirrel to the tree stump because I had that positioned exactly how I wanted it. And I added some foam tape because I want this to raise up a little bit off my cardstock because it is my focal point of my card. So here I'm just placing it where the squirrel is in the center and the tree stump's just bleeding into the open circle. Now I'm preparing my sentiment, and I'm using the sentiment from the Mum and Me Lawn Fawn stamp set. The Happy Mother's Day Grandma. So I'm just laying out here how I want that positioned. Once I get this set, I just take a look at it and hold it over my card to make sure it's not too wide, just to make sure it's going to fit okay. After I did this, I also went back and added a little heart stamp to this sentiment because I had room above Grandma and I felt that it balanced it out more. And it was nice to add that little detail. Using the same Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad, I stamped my sentiment on a white cardstock. I'm going to leave this on a white banner. Black and white is the strongest contrast that you can create, and there's something about black text on a white background. It's crisp and fresh and definitely is easy to read. and I really like this. So a part where it didn't stamp, I went in with my Micron pen and just touched that up a bit. So I've adhered this card to the card, and now that I have the banner there, I'm just going in and trimming off the edge so that it's also flush to the base of the card. Next, I decided to add some sequins just as an embellishment to finish off the card, add a little pop of sparkle in color. So I've placed those all where I want them to go, and one by one, using my X-Acto knife, I picked those up and just added a dab of white glue on the back just to position those in place. And there you have it. That's my Mother's Day card that I gave my grandma. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would so greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can be notified when more videos are posted. As well, you can visit my Etsy page on shopleanne.etsy.com. And thank you so much for watching.